Hello and welcome to the County Seat live in downtown Lillington. This is Camel Call Live coming to you every Monday night. Boy, do we have a great show for you tonight. Tonight it is a track and field takeover. As a little later in the show, we welcome in 4 of our student athletes from our track and field team. All of them qualified for the NCAA East Regionals this past spring. We will also give away a couple of Campbell prize packs, one of which includes a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming men's or women's basketball game. But first things first, joining me now in just his first year at the helm of Campbell Track and Field, he guided our men's indoor team to a Big South title. Folks, that was the first track and field title in program history. Last spring, he had 9 athletes qualify for the NCAA East prelims, with 2 going on to become All-Americans. His men's indoor team this season is picked to win the title again this year. The women picked to finish second. He is our track and field and cross-country coach. He never has a day off. I'm glad he got here in time to do this. He is Virgil Gibbons. And, Coach, thank you so much for coming back here and being our guest tonight.
Thank you for inviting me.
Coach, we'll start off with this. What does it mean to you to be thought of so highly in the preseason polls?
It's a blessing for my peers to believe that we have what it takes to win again and to repeat. I think it's a testament to the work that we're putting in regards to recruiting and developing our athletes. And I think it's a testament to showing what the work that our kids are putting in on a daily basis at practice.
They are putting in so much work. You had such a good group last year. Again, you had been an assistant with this program, but were really thrown into the head position as the season was started. So now that you've gotten your feet under you after a successful last year, what excites you about this group as we go into the indoor season?
That we're prepared this time. The biggest thing is that things haven't been dropped on us. We've been able to sit back and really make a plan on how we're going to do things going forward. We understand the landscape. We understand what we're up against and what we're trying to do. And so that kind of gives us a lot of clarity to be able to go forth with this quest to win a championship again.
You talk about being ready, being prepared, and again, you were thrown into to really the middle of the season when you think about how you prepare and do things like that. What is so different this year about than last year in a good way?
Man, I think the talent that we have is really deep this year. We've been able to bring in, we have our kids that were here last year, but we also have brought in a good amount of kids to help out with that. And I think everyone, because we got the taste of winning last year, they're so much more hungrier this year because they've seen it all come together.
With that, how much does that fuel what goes on at practice when you know you have that hunger and you've tasted that success?
I think it means everything for us because you see it every day. You see the kids willing to push each other. You see the kids willing to converse and challenge each other a lot more than what we've seen in the past before this has happened. And so those kids getting that win and being able to edge their names in history, in Campbell history, I think just drives them on a daily basis.
It was amazing. The first ever, it was not only the first ever indoor title, it was the first ever conference title in track and field history. Again, there'll never be another first, so an amazing accomplishment by you. So I talked about joking halfway that you never get in off season. In the fall, it's cross country, and true, it's a lot of your distant thing, a lot of your distant runners. But of course, everybody starts practicing. You've got the indoor season, which will start for you in January, and then that rolls literally right into a couple days after indoor stops. The outdoor season begins again. How do you handle all those athletes, all the practice time, and a season that seemingly never ends?
To have great assistants, and a great support staff that we've been able to build and expound upon, that gives me the ability to focus on the things that I need to focus on, and believing in the coaches and the support staff to help us get through each day. We couldn't do it without them.
He is Virgil Gibbons. He is our head track and field and cross country coach. And coach, let's examine a little bit because that's what's coming up. The indoor season. Obviously, there is the big difference, and it's the beginning of the name, the indoor to the outdoor. But so much is different from what happens in field events to what happens in the length and distances for maybe some novices out there that aren't so familiar about the indoor season for track and field. Give us a little bit about it.
Indoor is different from outdoor because of the fact that I guess indoor is for the most part done predominantly on a 200-meter track. Outdoor you have 400 meters. And then the straightaway is about 60 meters, where in outdoor it's 100 meters. So some of the events are shortened, and you have a lot more you have more curbs to run on in indoor, which make it harder because the curbs it takes a little bit more time to get around a curve than it does a straight. So those are two of the big differences. And then I'd say one of the benefits is you don't have to deal with the elements. So outdoor you have to deal with the elements, whether it's wind, rain, temperature, and indoor we don't have that. So you have the ability to get performances to be a little bit more stable and consistent in indoor once you get adjusted to it because of the fact that you don't have to deal with the elements as much.
And how much is that adjustment? Of course, if for a normal person to kind of go out there and run, you're like, all right, this is a little bit shorter. But for somebody that is so finely tuned, your athletes that run track are so finely tuned down to the stride, down to the second. What does it take to get them ready for an indoor season?
For us, we train for outdoor even though we're during indoor, right? But the difference is like in the straightaway events, which are the 60 hurdles, you have to be quicker, right? You see some of your taller athletes don't necessarily get the same type of benefit in these quicker races. They may come on later on in the race. So sometimes it's your quicker athletes that benefit from the 60 in comparison to the ones that benefit from the 100 and the 100 and the hurdles. But in regards to the 200, it's kind of the same thing. The taller athletes, it's a lot harder for them to run on those curves, and the curves are a lot tighter. So for taller athletes, they can't necessarily open up their stride as much indoor as they can outdoor. And then the events change. I think the events go from 18 indoor to 21 outdoor, right? So there's three events that are the difference between the two. So it takes a little bit more. A smaller team can be better indoor than they can be outdoor because you have less events.
What do you find for the student athletes? What do they enjoy more, or is it kind of half and half? The taller ones probably don't enjoy it as more, or what have you seen from your student athletes?
Well, I think they love both. I think they love just the fact of competing in general, but they kind of use indoor for the most part to kind of prepare them for outdoor. So for them, indoor is so important because they're getting a chance to work on some things that maybe are their weaknesses, so that when they go outdoor, they become more of their strengths.
Wow, and we'll talk about some of your student athletes and some of your strengths coming up in the final half hour of this show. We've got 4 of the best from your track and field team to be with us tonight. Okay, we're talking track and field. We're talking indoor. The preseason poll just came up. Your men picked to finish first again in the Big South Conference. Your women picked to finish second again. Right up there in the top, it's High Point. High Point picked to finish second. In the men, just behind you. In the women's, you were picked to finish second, just behind them. It seems to, over the past half decade of Campbell track, that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? You and High Point. Is that the case again?
That is the case. And, I'll tell you, High Point is they're very strong because they're much bigger. They cover a lot more events than we do. And so they're going to be hard to beat on the women's side, but I think we have some tricks up our sleeve to see what we can do against them.
and there is a little bit of that. You say, okay, it's not like football where you can't run a trick play, yes. But it's all about who you position where, yes. How many you have stacked where, because you get points from first all the way down to
eighth.
All the way down to eighth. So you don't have to win every event. Heck, it helps.
Correct.
But again, there's a little bit of kind of mad scientist to it, isn't there?
Yes, the mad science portion, and I say play chess, not checkers. right? So we have to position our top athletes in ways that we can be able to put them in more events. And with that, they'll get us more points. So we're a smaller team. We may have to stretch our kids out a little bit more, where High Point may be able to have their kids well rested. So we have to make sure our kids are in that much more shape, or that much better of a shape, to be able to handle multiple events at a high level, to be able to combat with what High Point has in regards to the numbers.
It's a timing thing, too, because you have some unbelievable athletes, but if you're asking them to do each one after another, they're not going to be so unbelievable. That's a part of it, too, isn't it?
That's a part of it, yes. So you have to understand that they may not give you the highest quality as they would if they were in one or two events. But if you spread them out and they're able to still give you subpar quality in regards to what they typically are, then you got to hope that you've trained them well enough to be able to still get those points that we need as a team.
But other than that, you don't really have much to do before a meet, right?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm glad he's in that chair and I'm right here. He is our head track and field and cross-country coach for both the men's and the women's. He is Virgil Givens, and we will talk about the upcoming indoor schedule. We will talk about some of his fantastic student-athletes, four of whom are here to talk with us a little bit later on the show. We will be back after these messages. You're listening to Camel Call live from the county seat in downtown Lillington.
Since 2019, the Fighting Camel Club has funded more than a half dozen championship-level facility projects. This fall, your Fighting Camel Club donations will fund several new projects, including a new Gore Arena sports medicine facility. For more information, go to gocamels.com and click the Give button. Thanks for supporting the Fighting Camel Club.
Hi Campbell fans, I'm Christy Yarbrough with RE/MAX United. Thinking about buying or selling or know someone who is? Let me help you make the right moves. It's important to work with the right agent with local knowledge and cutting-edge experience. I can help ease the pains of the buying or selling process by guiding you through the steps. Whether it's connecting you with the right lender, home inspector, handyman for those undone projects, staging and prepping your home for sale, or helping you find the ideal home that fits your family's needs. Visit my website for more information at christy.remaxagent.com. Go Camels!
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself, because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own. Papa John's.
Step into a quality home you'll value for a lifetime, perfect for your family at every stage. Mattamy Homes focuses on what you value most, with different designs, styles, and finishes crafted to work within your budget. That's why we're ranked first in quality, value, and customer satisfaction. But we don't just build homes, we create communities with instant appeal and enduring value. See what we're building around Raleigh, places you'll be proud to call home. Visit MattamyHomes.com and see for yourself.
Welcome back to Camel Call live from downtown Lillington. It's a Campbell track and field takeover, as tonight we will welcome four of our student athletes coming up a little later in the show. We're also going to give away a Campbell prize pack. We have a couple of different things, including a Campbell toboggan, a Campbell t-shirt, and 4 tickets to an upcoming men's basketball, women's basketball, or a wrestling match. You can take your pick. But he brought Campbell their first ever conference title in track, his men's indoor team trying to repeat, and he's with us here, the head coach, Virgil Givens. And Coach, we take a look at this schedule. Boy, the indoor season, just like the indoor track, it's short, it's compact, it's here before you know it, then it's gone before you know it. But you've put together a pretty strong billing for you guys. When you take a look at this schedule, take me through it and tell me the challenges you'll face.
So we open up at Clemson, which is an honor for us, but it's a meet that we're wanting to go to, and we're wanting to compete at a high level. Clemson is one of the fastest tracks in the country, and at that meet we'll be one of very few mid-majors. So to go there and to be in competition with these Power 5 schools and some of the top teams in the nation in regards to track and field really, really sets us off at a really, really good tone to start the season.
I was going to say, what does that do for your student athletes and who you take up there?
Well, one, what it's doing is it's setting the tone for the way we need to compete for the entire indoor season. And it's setting the tone for where we're trying to go. We're trying to be a consistent conference championship team, but even get to the point where we're consistently going to nationals. And so to be in that arena with those types of teams that are doing it on a consistent basis gives us the chance to really, really measure ourselves up against that high level of competition.
And then you go to Liberty a couple of times, but then the South Carolina invite is thrown in there as well.
Yes, South Carolina has been it's almost like it's been our second home in regards to indoor recently. But this particular South Carolina meet is another meet that they have high quality teams coming into. So it's going to be another big competitive meet for us where we're going against those Power Fives and getting a chance to measure ourselves up against some of the best talent in the country.
Well, and speaking of some of the best talent in the country, before you go to the Big South Championships, you go out to Fayetteville, Arkansas, to SEC country to go to the Tyson Invitational, and that's hosted by the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yes, one of the best overall teams or all-around teams in the country. I think they probably have some of the most national championships in NCAA in regards to track and field, and us giving the athletes a chance to put themselves in this environment again, kind of consistently puts in our athletes that, hey, we're competing at a higher level on a consistent basis, and we have to bring it day in and day out.
And then the Big South Championships, February 23rd through the 25th. I told you it's a compact schedule. You guys start the Clemson invite the weekend of January 13th, and then you come down, and for the Big South Championships, that'll be in Blacksburg, Virginia, at the home of Virginia Tech on the February 23rd through the 25th. 3 days of fun and challenges up there. What can you tell us about that Blacksburg track?
So I'll tell you, we went to Blacksburg for our indoor conference meet. I think it was 2 years ago. It was actually 2020, 3 years ago, 2020. And I think that was like the night or the weekend that Campbell track and field started to really, really show that we're a team to be reckoned with. We were small then, and now that we've grown the team and we've grown the talent and the kids have really, really bought into what it is that we're doing differently. To go back to Blacksburg to end our time in the Big South, we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, you truly are coming full circle. Think about where you were 2 years ago as an assistant doing unbelievable things with the sprinters on this team. To last year at this time, you are about 2 months in to your head coaching tenure with indoor season coming above you. Man, how much has your world changed?
Man, it's been a blessing, man. To be in this to be at this great institution, to be around the support staff and the athletic directors and the people that we have around us. Man, I can't be more thankful for the faith that they've put in me to be over this program, and then for more importantly for these kids to consistently believe in me on a regular basis, even when I may give them something that may be challenging to them. They answer the call on a regular basis, and I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed to be in this position, and it's been a fast year, but
yeah. I mean, it's track, right?
Yes, yes.
It's been a fast year, just unbelievable. Let's talk a little bit about the 4 student athletes that we're going to have up here a little later. If you could go through and give me a little bit about each one. Chastity, Pickett, C.J. McBride, Dominique Alexander, and Jadarien Parker. To tell me about these 4 and why you brought them here tonight.
Well, Chastity, man, this young lady, I think she's grown so fast and so quickly in regards to her maturation as a young woman. But then also like what she's done on the track has been tremendous. Chastity is in my eyes, I think one of the young ladies that's about to shock the NCAA this year. She's not going to be any shock to the Big South because they got a piece of Chastity last year, and I don't think they really want any more parts of her because of what she did. But I think it's time for she got a chance to go to regionals last year and get a taste of that, get that experience, and just the work that she's putting in the off season and taking care of her body and challenging herself at practice on a regular basis. She's ready to really, really open up.
Man, that's incredible. And then you've got C.J. McBride, no pun intended, going to new heights each and every time he enters a meet. So
I know sometimes people could, especially in my position, may talk highly upon kids and say this kid is doing this kid is doing. I mean, C.J. represented the country before. C.J. is one of the best high jumpers in the country. But not only that, he's one of the best triple jumpers in the country. Rarely do you see the combination of high jump and triple jump.
Those are 2 very different things.
Completely different. And so, right, like you say, they're 2 completely different things, and that's kind of what I say about CJ as an athlete. He's a completely different athlete. This guy is I think he can continue to represent U.S. in regards to high jump and what he's continually doing triple. I would be shocked if CJ does not go to indoor nationals.
Dominique Alexander, it just seems like every time he goes out, he breaks another school record.
He does. And Dom's the heart and soul of everything that's going on at Campbell Track and Field. Without Dominique, I'm not going to say we wouldn't be at the same place, but I don't know if we'd be at the same place, if that makes sense. Dom came here out of high school. He gave me an opportunity at a school that didn't have the accolades at the time in regards to sprints and hurdles. And he has come here and he's set the foundation and he's continued to lead on the track and off the track. The culture, you would say the culture is really more so Dominique's culture than it is mine. Not only of being a phenomenal leader, but, I mean, you guys see that he continues to break records on a regular basis. And so he's not done.
No doubt. And finally, the final student athlete that we'll be talking to in the later segments of the show, Jadarien Parker. He's a sophomore, and like a lot of your recruiting, you recruit nationally, but you've gotten some good ones from around here, and he's no exception.
He's a hometown kid, man. Jadarien is from Hope County. Jadarien is, man, this guy puts a smile on my face, one, because he never stops talking. But he's nicknamed himself Big JD, and so he continues to walk with this confidence, and that confidence I think has resonated across the entire team. That when we go to track meets, we're going to be okay because of the guys that we have, and because of seeing him smile, and the work that he's put in. And my biggest pitch to JD was stay home, man. We have so many kids in North Carolina that decide to leave North Carolina, top kids that decide to leave North Carolina in track and field. And so we got him to stay home, not only to stay in North Carolina, but literally less than an hour away from home. So we love to have him. He had an incredible freshman year. And the 4 of these athletes know that this year our goal is to not only dominate the conference, not only to dominate the NCAA, but we want to make it to Worlds, and we want to put Campbell Track and Field on national TV, and we're very, very serious about that.
Unbelievable. We can't wait to talk to them, and I'll go into that. You are able to offer so much. Those that are close, those that are far away. Tell me what you are telling recruits and people in high school and people in the transfer portal about Campbell. How do you get them to come here to this special place?
That's the same thing I ask myself on a regular basis, because I don't know if I have the greatest, I guess you say, talk game. I'm really just open and honest with the kids about who we are. Campbell to me is a family. Everyone here is working towards a common goal, which is putting the student athletes in a much better situation and giving them everything we can. And so those are the things that I really, really speak about, is that here you're going to be taken care of, not only from the whole perspective, but not only from the athletic perspective, but from the whole perspective. We're going to care about you as a person as well as an athlete. We're going to work towards your weaknesses and try to strengthen your weaknesses as a person, but also as an athlete. And our work doesn't just stop on what we're doing at the track, right? Like, me and these kids have conversations on a regular basis about life, about what to do with different situations or how to deal with life as a whole. And so I guess that's more so my recruiting pitch, is more so just trying to be a mentor to them as a young man, as a mentor, as a coach, just trying to be there for them as a whole. We understand what we're trying to accomplish as a team, but that doesn't take away with us being human and them being kids and trying to learn throughout life. So I literally talk life with the kids.
Yeah.
I really talk life. I talk about Campbell and I talk about what we're doing. But ultimately, it's about life and building that relationship to let them understand that, again, like, it's about track and field and it's about academics, but it's also not. There's so much more to our days and to our lives than just this. This is what, 4 to 5 years out of our life. And I feel as though, yes, this 4 to 5 years can help you set up for the rest of your life, but ultimately, it's, like we say sometimes in church, it's a part-time season. And so we can't make full-time decisions on a part-time season, learn in this part-time season, and continue to push through.
And you have to do this for so many. How many student athletes do you have right now under your umbrella?
62.
62. And you also have a family at home. Tell us about when you do get a minute to go home. You're dealing with your own team there, aren't you?
Yes, I am the only male. I have, man, it's so fun. We have two daughters. Me and my wife, we've been together for 17 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I guess, right? No, let me stop. No, I'm so thankful. But we have two daughters. Riley is 7 and Emerson is 2. And then we're due January 11th for our third.
Holy cow! But breaking news here. I don't know if that has been said publicly. So it will be girl number 3.
Girl number 3. Her name will be Avery. So.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, we have a dog, and the dog is a female, so I'm completely outnumbered, man. I have no choice.
Congratulations! So I am a lot further behind you. Two 16-month-old boys. So. They don't really know Christmas from Thanksgiving from the 4th of July yet. Tell me what it's like being in a house with a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old with Christmas coming.
So I'll tell you, this is my 2-year-old has no discipline yet. There are like 2 presents under the Christmas tree right now, and she is consistently thinking that they are hers and that she should open them. So we have to watch her nonstop. And our 7-year-old completely believes in Santa Claus, and her mindset is that those aren't her toys,
right,
and that Santa Claus will come down the chimney,
right,
and bring presents the night before Christmas.
Oh my gosh!
So we just
a
love
lot
to
to look forward to.
Yes. It's such a joy, man.
Man, and you have a lot to look forward to as well. And finally, we talk about your family at home, your Campbell family. You have a lot of great assistants that help you make it all work. If you could brag on them for a little bit for me.
So we have Shannon Ennis, our throws coach. Shannon Shannon has came and not only is she a phenomenal throws coach, but she helps me out with so many more things than just the throws part. She helps me out with different parts of the program. She's very creative and innovative. We have Evan Darm, which is our distance coach. He's new to being a coach here, but Evan was an alumni here.
Campbell legend.
And I've been super excited just to bring him aboard, bring him back home, and see him start to really, really change our team around. The energy that Evan brings, the straightforwardness, the honesty, it means so much to us. We have Myra Hawkins, which handles our horizontal jumps. Myra ran and jumped for Alabama State, and she got a chance to coach out in New Mexico for about 4 years. And I was able to pull her from New Mexico this past year to bring her out here. And I think she's really, really setting a foundation for our jumpers that I think will continue to see the success that we've had in the past. And then we have Bobby Hostler. Bobby Hostler handles our vertical jumps. Me and Bobby have coached together for so long, even in high school when I was a high school coach, me and Bobby have coached together. So we have such a good relationship and a good chemistry with working with one another. He kind of can finish some of my sentences sometimes. That's how long we've been together and how close we are. And then to me, like the heart and soul, I think of all of us right now, is a young lady named Janae Dorsey. Janae is our director of ops. She's kind of like the mama bear right now, where she's putting all the intricate details together of things that sometimes I can't necessarily get to. So she kind of keeps everything going. She's taking care of the kids. She's taking care of the coaches. She helps out with when we have recruits on campus. So she kind of has our hands on everything. So the support staff that I have and the coaches that I have, I'm so thankful for right now.
Yeah, it's amazing. You mentioned your director of ops. Like, your ops are moving a group of sometimes 50 student athletes from one place to another, getting them hotel rooms, getting them fed. They're all doing events. It's not like you bring a whole football team, but they're all doing stuff at the same time, right? It's such a challenge. You need a director of ops.
Yes. And like I said, with Janae being an athlete here and an alumni of here, her ability to understand where people need to be and how they need to be there and how they need to be taken care of. It's so much different than bringing someone that's outside of track and field, if that makes sense, because sometimes you may not understand throwers need more than one sandwich. They need a bigger meal. Well, then sprinters don't need to eat at a certain time because of what it may do to their body. Distance kids may want more carbs the night before. So just kind of putting all those intricate details together and making sure each group kind of gets what they want instead of just doing an a la carte. Everyone just gets this one thing. Is amazing. Even when it comes to like getting to the track at certain times, certain kids want to get to the track, certain teams want to get to the track earlier, certain groups want to get to the track earlier, some certain groups want to get to the track 2 hours early. So understanding that and being able to put that schedule together, man, you guys just don't understand how special she is.
And he keeps it all in control. He is our second year head track and field and cross-country coach. He is Virgil Givens. Coach, congratulations on the new late Christmas package coming, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back after the break, we're going to divide up this group of four. Chastity Pickett and CJ McBride will be my guests. Coming up a little later in the show, Dominique Alexander and Jadarien Parker will talk to some of the best that Campbell Track and Field has to offer, and we will draw for our prizes. So if you have not gotten a raffle ticket and you are here, please get one. We will draw for our prizes. A lot coming up after the break. This is Camel Call Live.
Since 2019, the Fighting Camel Club has funded more than a half-dozen championship-level facility projects. This fall, your Fighting Camel Club donations will fund several new projects, including a new Gore Arena sports medicine facility. For more information, go to gocamels.com and click the Give button. Thanks for supporting the Fighting Camel Club.
Hi Campbell fans, I'm Christy Yarbrough with RE/MAX United. Thinking about buying or selling or know someone who is? Let me help you make the right moves. It's important to work with the right agent with local knowledge and cutting-edge experience. I can help ease the pains of the buying or selling process by guiding you through the steps. Whether it's connecting you with the right lender, home inspector, handyman for those undone projects, staging and prepping your home for sale, or helping you find the ideal home that fits your family's needs. Visit my website for more information at christy.remaxagent.com. Go Camels!
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own. Papa John's.
Step into a quality home you'll value for a lifetime, perfect for your family at every stage. Mattamy Homes focuses on what you value most, with different designs, styles, and finishes crafted to work within your budget. That's why we're ranked first in quality, value, and customer satisfaction. But we don't just build homes, we create communities with instant appeal and enduring value. See what we're building around Raleigh, places you'll be proud to call home. Visit MattamyHomes.com and see for yourself.
Oh, welcome back to Camel Call Live. We have a couple of special guests with us, but before we get there, there's a special guest coming here. She is our director, our producer, our technical director for our ESPN Plus broadcast. Her birthday's coming up this week. It's Clay. She's sitting at the back table. She is awesome. So say hey to Clay and happy birthday to Clay. Okay, every time we have a show here on Monday, we give away some great gifts, and we're doing that right now. This is for the Camel Toboggan and Hump Day Rag. So if you have this number, you have won. 625-723. 625-723. 625-723. All right. We'll draw another one for this. How about 625-721? 625-721. Do we have a winner? We have a winner. Congratulations, and thank you so much. So this one is for the 4-pack of tickets to a upcoming Campbell basketball game and a Kiss Me, I'm a Camel shirt that was left over, I think, from St. Patrick's Day. But it's a collector's item. 625-719. 625-719. Okay, 625-720. 625-720. Wait, what do we have? The lucky table there. You will get this this card. Just call this number here, and you'll get a 4-pack of tickets to an upcoming Campbell basketball game. Thank you so much. Every time you come here every Monday, you're a winner. Now, it is my pleasure to be joined by two of the best. Chastity Pickett. She does the 200, the 400, the 400-meter hurdles, a little bit of everything. She was a former state champ. She is a conference champ. And Chastity, first of all, thank you for coming. And second of all, Albany, Georgia. That is where you're from. You found yourself here in Bowie's Creek from Albany. Tell me about Albany, Georgia.
Albany, Georgia is a small area. It's really low likely for people, or especially athletes, to make it out of Albany because it's such a small area. It's not the best area, I would say, but it is my hometown, and it's home. So,
what attracted you to Bowie's Creek to come up here to Campbell?
I would say Coach Givens had played a major part in me making my decisions on coming to Campbell, because my relationship with the coach is very, very important. And my relationship with Coach Givens, when he was trying to recruit me in general, was just at an all-time high. And, I never really had, that type of relationship with any coach in general, because I was from Albany, and it was just so small. So seeing that he cared about me more outside of just track, and, more as, a human being and an athlete as well, that's really what made me attract me to.
So it's true what he says. It is like a big family, all 60 of you, huh?
Yes, it's a big family.
All right, sitting right next to you, he is C.J. McBride. He is the North Carolina indoor high jump state record holder, conference champion, so much stuff, C.J. C.J., now that you are looking at this indoor season, this outdoor season? After all of your success, what can we expect from you this year?
To be honest, I guess just another record. Jump higher, jump farther, have fun, keep being me.
You know, that's one of the great things about you being as laid back as you are, but what does it take to keep pushing the limit, to keep pushing your PR, to keep pushing all of these records? What do you have to do to make that happen?
I guess in my case, I don't really have another boy to practice with for high jump, so a lot of it is seeing my teammates go out there, have fun, and be competitive, and that just comes to me, so I want to do the same.
You were from nearby Apex. I know that probably had a lot to do with finding yourself just 45 minutes down the road to the creek. But what has attracted you and kept you here at this Campbell program?
If I'm being honest, first time around, it was just the full ride because, college is expensive.
That it is.
I stay here. I just love the team atmosphere. Campbell's actually surprisingly pretty, and I really need to focus on school, so being in the middle of nowhere helps.
No doubt. Okay, so what is your major?
Sports management.
Sports management. What do you want to do with that?
Hopefully, I can turn around. I can start helping out programs like Campbell so we can get publicity, maybe have a track meet at home.
No doubt. All right, Chastity, I didn't ask you that. What is your major here at Campbell?
My major here at Campbell is sports management with a minor in healthcare management.
Wow. So what do you want to do with that when you graduate and after hopefully a nice professional career is over?
It was a very hard decision at first, but now I feel like I'm heading into the right direction of knowing my decision of becoming a sports coach, preferably for track and field or basketball.
That's awesome because that's right. When I read your bio, you were not only a basketball player, you were an all-region basketball player and the defensive player of the year in your conference. All right. Tell me about your game out there on the court.
It was amazing. Basketball was honestly one of my favorite sports. Playing with like other people, like the physicalness of like just playing in the paint and like playing with like other teammates that's like more aggressive as well. Like it was unmatched, honestly.
And also a softball player?
Yes, I was a pitcher at softball. Played first base. I pretty much played everywhere, but my favorite was shortstop.
Right. What did track? Why was track? I mean, it sounds like you really could have gone to college in a couple different places. You're so talented. What was it about this sport, the sprints, the hurdles that has gripped you so much?
It wasn't an easy decision at all. What really drew me to track, to continue to do track inside of college, is because of I seen how like my progress was going inside, like coming out of high school, like winning and like breaking records and everything. So I wanted to just continue that and to possibly like make a career out of track and field.
What does it take to do the hurdles? I think one of your many records and everything that I'm reading, your 400 meters is something around 55 seconds, and then your 400 meter hurdles is the same length, but you have these barriers in the way, is about 4 seconds more. That's incredible. What does it take to do what you do hurdle-wise?
It takes a lot of heart, honestly, because a lot of people look at the hurdles and think it's one of the hardest things there is to do because it has hurdles and you have to like run over them. But it takes a lot of heart and a lot of endurance and a lot of skill as well to do the hurdles.
She is Chastity Pickett. She is one of the best, and I'm sitting right next to CJ McBride. All right, CJ, you've been on your phone, so let everybody know what your handles are, so we can follow you, because I know you're a good follow.
No, not really. I don't post, actually.
You don't post anything?
No, you'd be better off following Camel Track and Field.
Camel Track and Field.
They have more posts than I do.
All right. We'll do that. Okay, indoor, outdoor. It means a lot for you guys doing the jumps with the fact that you don't have to worry about the elements of that. Is it that big of a difference indoor to outdoor, according to you?
To be honest, I like jumping indoor more, not because of the elements, but because of the energy. Everybody's just one on top of another. I like to clap. I like to be excited. I like to be loud. So when I do all that, it means everybody's going to look at me, and that's what I like. I like to be I like to perform. I like to entertain. So
You guys, as students and athletes, you hardly have any free time. When you do have free time, what are you doing? How are you entertaining? What gets you going outside of the track?
I'm on PlayStation.
Yeah, what are you playing?
2K, fighting games, shooters. Just got COD, level 78. So
there is a lot of personalities on this team. Would you say you're the biggest and the best, or are there a couple of other ones we should look out for?
No, I definitely say that.
Definitely the biggest and the best.
The biggest and the best.
Are you worried that you're not going to have enough confidence going into the indoor season?
No, I'm pretty cocky.
Chastity, what do you have to say about this guy right here?
He's a lot. He's a lot. He's definitely a lot. But he does have a lot of energy. He brings a lot of energy to the team, a lot of positive energy, and he cares a lot about the dynamic of the team as well, which I also like about CJ.
Indoor, outdoor for you, how much of a difference does it make? What do you like more of?
Me personally, it's kind of hard because I like indoor more, but I like outdoor as well because of the 400 hurdles. But I love indoor more because it just makes me feel like it's just smaller, and it just seems so much easier doing indoor because of the bank tracks.
And do you agree of the energy? You know, CJ says something that really fuels him.
Yes. The energy, especially inside of the indoor facility, is at an all-time high because like everybody is like so like close together, and like it's just cheering for like everybody's team and stuff like that. So it's a lot more energy indoor than it is outdoor.
How far can this track and field team go, not only in indoor but in outdoor as well?
I feel like, especially on the men's side, I feel like they have the opportunity to send like even more people than last year to nationals. As far as the female side, we have a few females, especially we have a good number of people who can make it to the next level with continuous of training and stuff like that.
Man, that's awesome. CJ, how far can this team go?
Like I said, I personally believe I'm one of the best, but I believe there are a lot of boys right behind me. So if they all step up, the 4 people we brought today, I think all of us could go to nationals easily. I think we should leave Big South with a final note as champions, undisputed. And we had a lot of people on the cusp of going to regionals, so I think we should go ahead and just send them all.
And finally, CJ, I know you have, I think I'm right, you have represented this nation before in competitions. Can you describe what that's like?
To be honest, it was a fun experience. I think the best part about it was, so on my first experience, it wasn't the best. I only jumped 6'8". I came in as one of the top-ranked people. It was a cold, rainy day, so I had to learn to adapt. Like, not everything's going to be perfect. We went to Argentina in the middle of fall, so it was actually quite cold, but I wasn't ready for that. So I had to take the time to mentally steel myself for the next time I would go. So I think all of it's just about the experience, because I made a lot of really good friends. A lot of them go to different schools, and a lot of them I end up competing against. So that's what I look forward to every time I go out to a meet now.
And we look forward to seeing you two in action finally coming up in the indoor season in January. CJ, Chastity, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back after the break, 2 more of the best. Dominique Alexander, Jadarien Parker. They're coming up after this. You're listening to Camel Call Live.
Since 2019, the Fighting Camel Club has funded more than a half-dozen championship-level facility projects. This fall, your Fighting Camel Club donations will fund several new projects, including a new Gore Arena sports medicine facility. For more information, go to gocamels.com and click the Give button. Thanks for supporting the Fighting Camel Club.
Hi, Campbell fans. I'm Christy Yarbrough with RE/MAX United. Thinking about buying or selling or know someone who is? Let me help you make the right moves. It's important to work with the right agent with local knowledge and cutting-edge experience. I can help ease the pains of the buying or selling process by guiding you through the steps. Whether it's connecting you with the right lender, home inspector, handyman for those undone projects, staging and prepping your home for sale, or helping you find the ideal home that fits your family's needs. Visit my website for more information at christy.remaxagent.com. Go Camels!
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own. Papa John's.
Welcome back to Camel Call Live, our final segment as we get ready to go into a little bit of a finals break here. Our women's basketball team on the road at Western Carolina tomorrow. That's 7 o'clock on ESPN+. The men will go all the way to Indiana to take on Evansville out of a very good Mo Valley Conference. That is 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN+. We'll also have live audio coverage for you from the Varsity Network. Next week on this show, on the 12th, we'll have both our men's and women's basketball coach, Kevin McGeehan, Ronnie Fisher, and we'll have either Gaylord or Gladys, the mascot, dressed up as in holiday garb. So come on down, enjoy the show, 6:30 to 7:30. Get your pictures taken with Gaylord or Gladys. Joining me now to complete our track takeover, two of the best, not only now but ever in Campbell track history, Dominique Alexander. He is our 100, 200-meter record holder, our indoor 200-meter record holder, and Jadarien Parker, who is coming up quickly and taking down some records of his own. They are both on what was a champion 4x, I think, 100 relay team last year. And I'll start with that, you guys. To be a part of a relay team, we saw it's not as easy as it looks, of course, in the Olympics, famously our men's team having trouble. How much practice, how much coordination does that take?
Like at practice, it takes a lot to figure out the handoffs and timing that what you got to do. So when it comes to the meet, you kind of have to have the same energy and like the same place that what you do. So it's a lot that goes into it at practice.
Yeah, and also like to add on to that, like when you're at practice, you know what I'm saying, like you had a whole workout beforehand, so it's like everything is inconsistent. So by the time you get to the meet, you just got to remember like how they might come in for this. Like since they're only running this one time, how might they come in? How do I adjust to that? So it's like it is a very like complicating race to do. Yeah, too, and a lot of times it's at the end of meet, so you guys might have already been through a whole lot of your individual stuff. So you're running on empty, and you have to do this for your team. A lot of time it's the points that determine if you win or not, isn't it? Yeah, the very little bits, yeah. Let's talk about the indoor season. And, Dominique, we will start with you. What is special about indoor? What do you like about it? The same thing CJ was saying, like it's just the energy there. Like everybody's there. It's a facility. So, you know, of course, when people are yelling, everybody seems like they're right there. So it's like when everybody's screaming for you, you hear it. Like not while you're running. Like while you're running, you just hear a bunch of noise. But you know there are people there like that are cheering for you and whatnot. So I feel like that energy that people bring while you're indoor helps you, like, you know, do better. Jadarien, what do you think?
I really dislike indoor. I do not like indoor because it's like I can't really get my full stride length and my full speed. And that's what coaches were talking about. So some of the taller runners don't like it as much. Yeah, but honestly, the 60, when I was in the 60 in the indoor, the energy was there. Like, there was a lot of energy, and I actually like that because you don't get the same in outdoor because everybody's not as close. But I love that 16.
Dominique, Coach talked to you about being a leader. It's a little bit different when you're trying to lead an entire team, not like you're a point guard on a basketball team or that, but talk about being one of the leaders on this very good team.
I wouldn't say more so I'm a leader, but I'm just a person that understands what Coach is trying to do. So in what he's trying to do, I basically portray that again to people that, doesn't really understand it, or like say if they, like, again, we have a very big group in terms of training. So when there's something that he doesn't see, I'll point it out to him to help him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just feel like I can't really say I'm a very big leader, but I just know that I try to help him out in terms of what he's trying to do for the future.
Jadarien, what do you like about this coaching staff, and in particular your head coach, Coach Gibbons?
The way that he portrays things to like help you in your start, in your long run, and all that. He helps you understand that what you're doing is what's going to help you on the track. So I love everything that he's doing for me. He's been really helping me a lot, especially in like freshman year in the beginning. Like, I had a really bad start, but then like towards the end, my start started to get better, and I started to have a better top end speed, and I just started to get really faster. And then came conference, that's when I was able to put everything together, and it really showed that, what Coach has done.
Well, both of you are from around here. You, Dominique, came from Millbrook High School, which has so many fantastic athletes, and you were the athlete of the year for Millbrook. And I tell people that's like being at part of a small university. If you're the athlete of the year there, exactly. It's something special. What made Campbell the place for you?
If I'm very honest, Coach is the reason Campbell was a place for me. I didn't see myself coming here at first, but it's just like I felt like he was somebody that knew who I was, and he was already planning, like he already had in mind what he could do for me. So it's like I just felt like not giving him that opportunity and what he's done for me thus far would be unfair. So I feel like I had to, especially in times of COVID, it's like I knew where I needed to be. It was given to me that I needed to be here.
And now that you are here, what do you love about this place?
I like how quiet. Like, when we say that, are we talking about like in terms of the environment or at practice?
A little bit of everything. You can give me a little bit of both.
All right. So, in terms of the environment, it's very quiet. Like, we're in the middle, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but it's like very quiet, and I love that. But in terms of the practices and stuff like that, like you said in the beginning, we didn't really have a culture. We had our people here and there, but it's like now we were starting to build more on top of everybody being more together, like not in just sections. Like, you have your jump squad, you have your throws and such and so on, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like we don't talk to them every day, but it's like when we see each other, it's like, now we're more of a connection to us compared to what we were in the beginning.
And it's got to be hard to build that culture. You guys are doing it. What is the culture here at Campbell Track and Field?
I don't know. I can't really answer that, but I'll try this. I'll say in terms of the culture, I feel like we have a very goofy culture. Yep. It's just like we love to have fun. We're going to make sure, but while we have that fun, we're going to make sure we get the job done because we know what it is that we can do for Campbell University in terms of the name.
You guys have fun, but you win medals, so it must work, huh? You guys staying loose, right?
Right.
All right, but both you guys being the students and the athletes a big part of it. Student is right there with it. Well, we'll start with you, Jadarien. What's your major?
Business management.
Business management. What do you want to do with that?
So my parents started a trucking business, or it's already started. So like after I learn some more things about business and all that, after tracking all that, I'm gonna go into their business and help them out and make some good money.
Man, incredible. How about you, Dominique?
I'm business management as well.
Man.
And with that, like I've kind of been all over the place. I've always wanted my own business.
Yeah.
But I've started off my freshman year with mechanical engineering because I want to be a auto mechanic. I'm very, very big on cars. Like, I still have a lot to learn, but I'm very big on that. And so since probably sophomore year of high school, I've set my plan on when I get out of college, I want to have my own mechanical business that I can work on and manage myself because I'm just very inclined in cars and stuff.
Wow. Unbelievable. I know you guys work hard in the classroom, out of the classroom too, so What are your expectations? What do you think this team can do both in indoor and outdoor? Jadarien, we'll start with you.
I feel like we can do a lot of good things in indoor and outdoor. Like the way that the coach has brought in people and like the people that we have, like I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. So it's good to have other people around you that can compete at the same level as you can.
So the competition isn't something you fear; it's something that you like, even within the even within there.
With his confidence, he don't care about what everybody else is doing.
No, look, you have to be a little bit confident, right?
Oh, yeah,
of course.
Most definitely. Like me and him, you can ask Coach, was last year when we was at conference, every race before both races, both 100 and 200, we were just arguing about who's about to beat who. So, yeah, like we both have that confidence. Me and him especially push each other the most.
How good can this team be?
Indoor. Both indoor and outdoor, I feel like we should be on top. Last year we should have been on top for outdoor, but we just had some difficulties and stuff like that just caused us to fall back. But I feel like we have it there just in terms of who's staying healthy for themselves outside of what we're doing when we're with Coach.
No doubt. This is a lot of work, but you guys talked about the culture you have. You guys seem to be having a lot of fun just watching you at the table, just watching you with coaches. Is that true? Is this a little bit of fun too?
Yeah. Most definitely.
This is something new for me, son. I've never been interviewed before, so it's something new.
Yeah, most definitely. But this right here is like my little brother, so
don't listen to him.
Well, these are two of the best guys. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. Good luck with finals coming up this week, and we can't wait to see you guys out there in January.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, they are two of the best. We had four of the best up here: C.J. McBride, Chastity, Pickett, Dominique Alexander, and Jadarien Parker. And a special thanks to their head coach for bringing them here and spending time with us, Virgil Gibbons. I'm Chris Sameyer saying so long from the county seat in downtown Lillington. This has been Camel Call Live. Good night, everybody.